Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now, let's go on and get some concussion news. When we talk concussion, you might want to mention people like Deontay, the Bronze Bomber, Wilder, right? My man's, almost half retired, but we know he's coming back now. Most of us are real happy about that. I'm indifferent both ways because I don't really know if the man's going to be the same guy after seeing a dent in his head. So, I don't know how the punch resistance is going to be, right? We know that he's going to have the will. I think he's going to still have the right hand. If he's smart, he would be working on things, his weaknesses. I call the wow principle. People who I've coached before were just sick of hearing that. If, regardless of what's going on, if we didn't have practice or I couldn't make it or whatever, work on your weaknesses. Work on weaknesses. The wow principle. Let's see if he's done that. But anyway, Deontay Wilder, because people, don't like this man for a lot of reasons. In America, we know what damn reason it is, right? Do we even have to even go there when it's America? It's America. We see what's happening right now. So that's why people in America, that aren't of color don't like Deontay Wilder. Others could be, for example, boxers, that learn the trade and, know all the nuances and just see, man, this guy has all these weaknesses, but he's still winning. That could be a little bit of envy there, right? Because, how is he knocking people out, giving them convulsions, knocking people out, walking away before they even fall? Yeah, that's that God-given talent. So you can't really do nothing about that except hate on it, right? That is what it is. But when Deontay Wilder is gone, hey, people want him back by popular demand. It is what it is, right? Here's a couple examples of that, right? We got Deontay Wilder, right? And this damn thing getting on my nerves. We got Deontay Wilder, damn near retired, right? We got an undisputed fight in the heavyweight division, about to happen with Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury in a highly anticipated, and it don't have to be anticipated, in my opinion. It's a damn undisputed fight, which means it's important, right? So, we got that popping off. But even people in England are thinking and saying, what was his name? Frank, not Frank Warren, but Frank, I forget his name. I read that yesterday. Somebody, Frank Jones, I think. Important guy working for Matchroom. He's saying that the fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder is bigger than Usyk versus Tyson Fury. That's his opinion. That's a statement. Me personally, I don't think so, because undisputed is more important to me than anything. So I don't really care. But I do understand that Joshua and Deontay Wilder's a big fight, but it was big when it was undisputed. It was huge when it was undisputed. It's probably still big now, but I'm not sure about that. But the point is, the bum. Why Anthony Joshua versus the bum would be bigger than the undisputed heavyweight fight. You see what I'm saying? Right? It's others examples. Some people, even Shawn Porter, everybody. You go, is there anybody that don't like Shawn Porter? Shawn Porter's all that. We love Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's a former welterweight champion, just retired after his fight with Terrence Crawford, but he gives everybody a hard fight, including Terrence Crawford, including Errol Spence, including Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman. All the best had a problem with this guy. And his point is, you know what? Before Usyk fights Fury, he would rather see Usyk versus Deontay Wilder because, and I quote, it's a fight that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. And I need to quote him because that's what I say too. I think Wilder versus Usyk is a good fight. Usyk might be winning on points because the reason why I say Usyk will be winning on points is because so was Spilka. Spilka wasn't winning, but he was even and very close in that fight before he got flatlined. And I think that Usyk is a little bit better than Spilka. I think we can all agree on that. But Spilka and Usyk are similar, though. So Wilder could possibly be losing that fight and still, flatline you, right? So that is a good point from Shawn Porter, right? Now, Deontay Wilder's got his detractors. I just heard a guy I really love. Y'all probably don't know this guy. This is a good fighter back in the 80s, early 90s called Ray Mercer. Merciless. If you don't know Ray Mercer, I'm going to tell you how the good way to get to know him. Go watch Ray Mercer versus Morrison. Go watch that knockout, and then you'll understand why his moniker was Merciless. And when he was in the Olympics, he wasn't a heavyweight, it was that division under heavyweight. Like they had super heavyweight. So he's at this normal heavyweight division. I think it was 88 or something like that. Maybe before that. '84 Olympics. I'm not sure what Olympics that was, but he came through. I think gold or silver medal, and it was just the way he came through, because he wasn't the best technical fighter either. He had to learn the trade, and he did later. He didn't. I don't even know if he ever won the championship, but he was always right there, giving everybody, including my man Lennox Lewis, the GOAT in my opinion, gave him the fight he wanted, everything he wanted, right? So Ray Mercer, he loves Tyson Fury. But he told, he said, well, what about the heavyweight champion coming back? He said, he better learn how to box before he come back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get mad at Ray Mercer, are you? That dude could be about 6 years old, but you still ain't going to walk up on no Ray Mercer, okay? That's merciless, okay? He probably still merciless, But anyway, I'm just saying this is important that you're hearing these things about Deontay Wilder, the man they seem to want him to fight again. He's important for the division. He brings excitement, and we're just gonna have to live with it, right? It is what it is. Now, Deontay Wilder himself says, "Hey, listen, we can't look past Robert Helenius because he ain't giving up, and he's very good." And judging from those sparring videos with Robert Helenius, then it's going to be a hard fight for Deontay Wilder to beat this man. Now, I've like I said before, that's why people are everybody's bums. You remember, we call everybody that Deontay Wilder beats bums. And I was telling you in my pound for pound video, where Deontay Wilder's in my pound for pound list, y'all go check it out, that Duhaupas beat Helenius at his crib, right? But Duhaupas was considered a bum because Deontay Wilder beat him. Went right over there and beat Helenius. Then Helenius came back and beat a whole bunch of other people too. So now we got respect for Helenius. But wait a minute, isn't he a bum because he lost to somebody who Deontay Wilder beat? That's why none of these cats are bums, right? None of these cats are bums. And Duhaupas wasn't lucky against Helenius either. He just handled his damn business and let Helenius know what time it was. So anyway, people are anxious to see Deontay Wilder, and why would they be? Because if you like boxing, most of you like knockouts. And whether you like it or not, that's what you're probably going to get if Deontay Wilder shows up. That's why you tune in. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.